Hi, I'm James Linger, and I want to talk a little bit about why the Strum Perfect is important for your music store, your music school, or instructors out there. Well, first of all, what keeps you going? It's the retention of those students. And what retains them? Well, you got to keep them motivated, and you've got to capture their attention. Why do they quit? Well, often it's because they're not happy with their progress. Or perhaps they're just not sounding like the songs that they're listening to. Well, why not? Well, when most of them come in, if they're a new student, they're often wood chopping the guitar. They have the death grip on the pick, and they can't relax. The same goes for people who are learning at home on YouTube and a lot of other self-taught people. Think about it like this. If I'm teaching someone how to swim, I'm probably not going to throw him in a pool, unless I was really mean, and say, swim. No, I'm going to give them a couple of devices to help them learn properly, to get that right muscle movement so they learn it a lot more efficiently and correctly. Same thing like riding a bike, using training wheels. The Strum Perfect accomplishes that. The Strum Perfect automatically puts the strumming arm in a relaxed position, giving the student one less thing to think about. Like a golf swing trainer, this helps set the foundation for proper muscle movement. A relaxed wrist with a pendulum-like motion will give the fluid movement that the student needs to add character to their songs, especially to introduce those difficult upstrums that many new students and some advanced students find so difficult. If they're not having to concentrate quite as much on what's going on with that right hand and it's naturally occurring, they can concentrate a little bit more on the left hand and some of the chord movements that are needed, allowing them to progress faster. Sorry for all the sports analogies, but kind of like if I'm learning to swim, I might use a kickboard just to focus on my feet, or I might use a pull buoy between my legs just to focus on my arms. And then I can start putting all of that together. But it's a process to get there that allows me to learn it more efficiently. So the Strum Perfect not only will help with your initial revenue by selling it, but also it's going to help build that longer-term relationship with the students. Very important for you as an instructor to build up that roster of clients. But also for you as a music store, you've got longer-term students, which means more loyal customers to your store. So in addition to the Strum Perfect device, we've also shot a number of proprietary videos to help kind of guide the student through the strumming process. Now, I want to be very clear with this, that this is not to replace the instructor, but this is something to add into their curriculum, helping and motivating the student along. Now, we're going to continue to make new videos, and the best thing is they're all free, so you can throw them in with your curriculum. It's all included with the purchase of the device. So I'll leave you with this. Over my time teaching, I've given over 90,000 private lessons. I love my job. I love instructing. During that time, I'm constantly finding new ways to instruct more efficiently, better, things that appeal to the student more. By far, the biggest difference was made through the Strum Perfect. Now, during my time teaching, I also competed for Team USA in the modern pentathlon. I worked with some of the country's and the world's best coaches on technique, the muscle movement needed to compete in these sports. A lot of that birthed the Strum Perfect. So when I applied it to students, did a lot of testing. What's going to be the most efficient way to get the strumming arm where it needs to be? After a while, we finally finished the Strum Perfect, and one of my students said, "You should patent this." It was never an idea in mind to patent it first. It was more out of necessity for my students. But after a while, I started to see, this works for beginners, for advanced people. This is needed. Again, much like a swimmer might use a kickboard or a pull buoy, or a biker might use training wheels. The guitar has never had anything like this for the strumming arm. But now it does.